Hi everyone. I'm here today to do a flip through of my 2025 Mixed Media Morsels Edgewise journal. If you're new to my channel and aren't familiar with Mixed Media Morsels, it's a series that I do every year. And what we do is we create once a month. On the 15th of the month is when I put out my video. And I give a few prompts and we just kind of create a fun little page. No pressure, just for pure enjoyment. So this year we concentrated on the edges of the pages. We did create a whole journal page, but we concentrated on making different edges for each month. And that way, when the year was finished, like now, we would have a full little journal and would have a lot of different edge ideas so that when we're creating in the future, and we want to put an edge on the page, we can't think of what we want to do, just pick up our little journal and flip through and be inspired and get some ideas for things we can do on the edge of our pages. And for this journal, we created our pages on a checkbook register. That was really fun. We did it once before, several years back. So I chose to do that again this year, and we did a 2-page spread each month in this journal. So this is my little title page, and this year was called Edgewise. And what I did was I kind of concentrated on using up some things that I have, painted papers, tags, like, little product tags, not going out and buying anything new for this journal, but just creating with the things I had on hand. And so our first edge was a little scrappy border, and it's just torn up bits of painted paper, magazine papers, gift wrap, postage stamp. I added a little birdie on there. And then for February, we did a rickrack trim. And again, just the scrappy papers from my desk and some painted papers that had been sitting around for a while. And it's just been so much fun. I thoroughly enjoyed this year creating. I think a lot of you did too, according to what I've seen in the Facebook group. So, okay, this one, our edge was sewing or stitching. And I used a little bit of yarn and stitched on the side of my page there. And this one was a ruffled edge. I just happened to have a piece of ruffled ribbon, but you could take fabric or paper or anything and ruffle it up and put it along the edge of your page. Okay, and then this one has a little tag in it, in a pocket, and our edge was circles. So I just basically punched circles from a piece of scrapbook paper and glued them down. And then I came back later and drew in some little stitching lines. So it kind of looks like it's been sewn on, but it's not really. So that was kind of cool. And then this month was ticket tabs, like taking tickets and folding them over, making a tab out of it. So I did like 3 here at the bottom of my page, and it's just really fun. Okay, here's another tag in a pocket. And then this one was one of my favorites, actually. This is wax paper, and it's a strip of wax paper that I crumpled up, and then I ruffled it and made a cute little ruffly edge on the page, and it's just so fun. And it has, that wax paper has so much texture to it. You can see where I crumpled it up, you can see all the lines in it. And that is just amazing to me, the way that looks. Okay, and then this one was very colorful. And again, so much fun. Of course, like I said, even more fun than she imagined it would be. Put a lot of color in the background and stuff. It was just awesome. Okay, so this one was postage stamps for the edge, which was really fun. And I love these particular stamps. I've been holding on to them for a long time and finally got to use them. These came on junk mail, and I was saving them because they kept coming and they were all different colors. And so I held on to them for the longest time. And then finally I had a really great opportunity to use those. It's very exciting. Okay, and then this one I did my little edge on the left, and it's another scrappy border, only this time I put all of the blocks, square blocks, on straight instead of haphazard or random. And I stitched it together after I got it glued together and let it dry. I actually ran it through my sewing machine and stitched it together. Then I glued it to the page. And then this one was a button border. I actually sewed my buttons to a piece of fabric and then attached them to the edge of my page. But you could also just glue buttons down or use paper buttons. You could do anything you want to in these challenges. It's not that you have to be really precise and do it a certain way. It's just the fact that you're doing it is the best part of it. And then we have a lace edge here. And I ran a little bit of a baker's twine down the side of it. Kind of wove it in where the holes were in the lace, which was fun. Little bifold tag that opens up. Super, super fun. And then our last one was this little page that I did for a Christmas or holiday theme. And I really, really enjoyed that one. And we did a fold over edge. So you take your fabric pieces or paper pieces and you put glue on them and fold them over the edge and attach them to the other side as well. And then I did one more bonus little edge in here because it was something so fun that I did this year for another project, and so I wanted to include it on my little edge journal so that I can remember it. But I just took a piece of ribbon, and you can do this with fabric or anything that's flexible, and I laid it on the edge of the page and started sewing it, and then I twisted it over just opposite from the way it was laying, and I sewed right through the little twisted area right here, and then kept sewing, and then I stopped and twisted it back again and sewed a little bit more and twisted it back again, and I kept sewing right over that fold where I was, flopping over the ribbon, and I went all the way down, and it's so cool, and it looks like it's braided or something. It's just so neat, and all it is just turning it back and forth and keep sewing. I stop every time I turn it, but then I will sew again and stop, and when I stop I'll flip it back over the other way, and it's just a really fun one, and I did not want to forget that one. So even though I didn't create a page here, I wanted to add that little edge here as a reminder. So I'm letting you guys know about it too in case you want to add one to your book or to some other journal page, just as a reminder of how fun that can be. Anyway, we had so much fun creating this past year. I mean, you can see the journal is chock full, and we always have such a good time. So I just want to invite anyone who is not aware that I'm doing these every year. You're welcome to join us. This is open to everyone to play along with us and create. And you don't even have to have a journal. You can create on index cards or on book pages or inside of a book if you want to do that. I like to do it in a book or journal form because it keeps them all together in one place. But you can certainly create randomly on something small like ATCs or index cards or notebook paper, anything you want to use. And we will be beginning our new Mixed Media Morsels series called Homespun on the 15th of this month. So if you're interested in playing along, you're not too late. And of course, you're never too late. You can join us anytime you want to. But I wanted to let you know I do have another kit available for for this year's new Morsel series. And it's available in my Etsy store. And you don't have to buy this kit. You don't have to make this journal. You can use whatever you want to create on. But anybody who's interested in having one, like I'll be using, They are available in my Etsy store. And this year we're using paper bags as our pages. So your kit comes with all the things that you need to create this cute little journal. So thanks everybody for watching. I really do appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to creating with you again in 2026 all year long. So take care everybody. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.